Hey everyone, it's Earth Day 2020. Let's talk about how to save the Earth right now. Hey everyone, I'm coming to you live from the Teardrop trailer because it's Earth Day 2020. This is Mrs. Boyt Live, and today I'm going to tell you the 10 things you can do to save the Earth. That's what we're going to do together. We're going to make it happen. I recently saw a picture of New Delhi about a month ago and today. As you can tell in the first picture, the air is wildly more polluted than the second picture, and that's because cars are off the road and the air is cleaner. It's had a chance to breathe, and I can't imagine how you feel when you have to breathe in a really dirty, polluted air day. I know that sometimes they cancel recesses when there's too many particulates in the air. We have to change the way we do things so that the climate can be cleaner. Activate yourself to make the world a better place. Number one, we are going to reduce, reuse, and recycle. What does that mean? Reduce the amount of trash you produce. Reuse things. Get yourself a hydro flask or a knockoff hydro flask, and instead of buying the plastic water bottles, and reuse that. And recycle. Take your cardboards and put them in a box and put them in the blue bin, and take those aluminum cans and the bottles and take them to a recycling center. Get them recycled to make new products so we can reuse that plastic. Now, I'm not saying that remaking that plastic doesn't cause emissions, so try to use less plastic. Number two, volunteer. Volunteer for neighborhood cleanups, because every piece of trash you can take off of the streets will end up being less trash that can hurt a small little animal in your neighborhood, or less toxins that can get into the water. Number three, educate. Tell people around you what they can do. If they're just running water like crazy while they're brushing their teeth, tell them stop. If they're leaving lights on in the house, tell them wait, that's electricity. And the more we can reduce the amount we use, like in number one, then the better the atmosphere will be. Number four, conserve water. This is such a big one because, as you know, 97 point something else percent of the Earth's water is salt water. It's unusable to human beings. So less than 3% of the water on the face of the Earth is actual usable fresh water. And the majority of that water is held captive in ice sheets and ice glaciers, and we want it to remain there. So that small percentage of fresh water that we have access to, it's important that we conserve that. Use water wisely and sparingly. It is very important that we have fresh water. Number five, choose sustainable products. Look at tags. Look at the things that you buy and see that they've been made with sustainable choices. First of all, you don't want to eat something that's dangerous and has toxins in the packaging. You choose a sustainable item that's made wisely. And number six, shop wisely. Bring your own bags to the grocery stores. And I know during COVID-19, some stores like Vaughn's is disallowing you to bring your own bags in because of cross-contamination. And they don't know if your bags are clean. So in a case like this, I get it. But after this is over and we get back to normal, make sure you disinfect your bags, wash them before you take them back to the stores so you don't breed cross-contamination. But get back in the habit of taking your own bags to the store when you shop. And number seven, use long-lasting LED lights. Because if we can conserve electricity, we can actually help carbon emissions. When factories have to make electricity, they emit toxins into the air. And so the less electricity you use, the safer it is for our atmosphere. Number eight, plant a tree. This is really important because what do trees feed on? carbon emissions, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So as the trees are sucking this carbon dioxide out of the air, they're releasing fresh oxygen into the air. Now that's good for animal organisms. So allow trees to live. And if you could plant a tree, do so. Any kind of plants will actually use carbon dioxide to make food and release clean oxygen into the atmosphere. So plant anything actually, but trees are just bigger and can emit more oxygen into the atmosphere. 9, don't send chemicals in the waterways. And the way we could do that is to choose non-toxic chemicals at home. When you're choosing a cleaning agent or something, look for non-toxin agents that work for you. Some of the orange cleaners and some of the other things that you can use. Use chemicals wisely, because whatever you put down into the sink gets down into our water systems and can seep into clean water. Companies have gotten in trouble for dumping chemicals on land. That chemical seeps down into the fresh water, the water people drink, and it makes people sick. So try to use chemicals that are non-toxic. Number 10, bike more. Drive less. If you could, this is great right now. You could see the picture of New Delhi. The reason why the air cleaned up so quickly was because there's less cars on the road. And it is said just in our county that 60% of the air pollution is caused by cars, by car emissions. And that's huge. And people are driving less, and the air, like today, the air looks so clean. And I know why. It's because a lot less cars are on the road, and we just had a good rain about a week ago. But normally, if a lot of cars are on the road, the air's already mucking up. So if we could take a page out of this book, we want disease to go away, but look at how clean the air is with less driving. Take less trips going to the store. Make one trip to the store every 2 weeks. Bike to places or walk to places if you can. First of all, it's great exercise. And secondly, it preserves the clean air. I hope you learned something today. Those are the 10 things you can do to activate for climate change right now. And scientists agree we don't have a long time to turn this around to where it does permanent damage to the earth, but we can heal the earth. We can work together and make the earth clean, fresh, and new. I hope to see you tomorrow. Nellie and I are just going to kick back now and take a little nap. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.